Hey everyone, welcome to my case summary for Gasperini versus Center for Humanities. This is a 1996 Supreme Court decision, and it's an interesting application of the Erie-Hanna Doctrine. So the majority opinion is written by Justice Ginsburg. It's 5-4. We're not going to go into the dissents today. So what happened? Gasperini sued in the Southern District of New York under diversity. That's how we get federal jurisdiction, alleging negligence, breach of contract, and conversion. The jury awarded him $450,000 in compensatory damages. But then on appeal to the Second Circuit Court of Appeals, they vacated the judgment. They said that the judgment materially deviates from what is reasonable compensation. So where did they get that from? Well, New York law says that appellate courts can review the size of jury verdicts and order new trials when the jury's award deviates materially from what would be reasonable compensation. That's a typo on the slide. It's supposed to say reasonable compensation. But yeah. So what's the argument from Gasperini? Well, there's this thing called the Seventh Amendment, and the Seventh Amendment governs proceedings in federal court, but not state court. And it says that the right of trial by jury shall be preserved, and no fact tried by a jury shall be otherwise re-examined in any court of the United States than according to the rules of the common law. So what we have here with the Second Circuit is they're a federal court and they're reviewing another court's jury award, and the argument is that the Seventh Amendment in its text precludes that. So there's the Erie issue of New York state law versus the Seventh Amendment. So which one is going to win out? And that's our issue. The respondent, the Center for Humanities, is arguing that the deviates materially standard is a substantive standard that must be applied by federal courts in diversity cases. So are they correct? Well, remember that under Erie and Hanna, federal courts need to apply federal procedure and state substantive law. So if the respondents are correct that this is substantive law, this deviates materially standard, then the federal court would have to apply it. If somehow it's considered procedural / non-outcome determinative, then it's gonna be fine to apply. So what does Justice Ginsburg write in the holding? The Seventh Amendment will not win out here. New York's law controlling compensation awards for excessiveness or inadequacy can be given full effect. The appellate review for abuse of discretion is reconcilable with the Seventh Amendment as a control necessary and proper to the fair administration of justice. I think what they were also doing here is they were sort of showing respect for the state of New York's autonomy and their policy preferences, and how I believe it was back in 1986 they passed this tort reform package to give the appellate courts this discretion. So this is an interesting policy choice on their part, and I guess on Ginsburg's part, because there certainly is a way to interpret it that this does violate the Seventh Amendment. The Seventh Amendment should prevail here. But it's an interesting case applying Erie Hanna. And then she also goes on to point out that Justice Stewart wrote in a previous dissent in a case, Potter Stewart, nothing in the Seventh Amendment precludes appellate review of the trial judge's denial of a motion to set aside a jury verdict as excessive. And then lastly, this is not necessarily part of like the Civ Pro doctrine or anything, but the review actually needs to be abuse of discretion. So the judgment was vacated anyhow. So the Second Circuit in the end still didn't do it quite right. But interesting Erie Hanna case. I know this doctrine is confusing to a lot of people. I want to make it more clear so that you can get an A+ in Civ Pro. You can just ace that thing. So if you have any questions about all this, please let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you liked this video or you found it helpful or insightful, please do leave a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. I'm really trying to grow this channel here, so I'd really appreciate it. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next video.